You see, when the movie The Wizard came out, I don't think anybody actually said, wow, that looks like a really great film. I think they said, wow, it's a movie about Nintendo games and I love Nintendo, so I better show my support by watching this thing. Now back in these days, I would get super excited when there was any mention of any video games like on television. Like when Rick Moranis in Ghostbusters 2 talked about playing Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, he said Mario. Oh, there's an episode of Roseanne where it's like the grandma bought the son the Super Nintendo before Christmas when Roseanne wanted to buy her son the Super Nintendo and was holding off and all that. Anyway, anytime video games were ever mentioned, I was all about it, so I had to watch The Wizard. But if you weren't there when you saw The Wizard in the movie theater, you probably didn't know it came with this. You see, not only was The Wizard basically a huge commercial for Nintendo products, including Mario 3 and the Power Glove, they're also trying to sell you Nintendo powers before you even step foot inside the movie theater. Well, this is the Pocket Power. You got this for free when you saw The Wizard. I can only imagine so many people got one of these on the way in or on the way out saying, oh, yeah, thanks, okay, whatever, chucked it in the garbage. Can you believe that? Good lord. Well, I still have mine, and we're gonna look through it page by page, and I'll show you what it's all about. Spoiler alert, it's basically a small Nintendo Power. However, there's a couple of surprises in here that I think are pretty silly, and you're going to check them out right now. So very right up front here, Pocket Power, the Wizard. This kind of sets the stage here. That's what it looks like there, straight from the pros of Nintendo Power. Very first page, what we get is an advertisement for Jell-O Pudding Pops. That tells you how old this guide is. Man, I wish we still had those. Not only did they have pudding pops, a lot of people don't remember, they also had gelatin pops too. Both of them fantastic, but pudding pops were the way to go. Wish they would still make those. Table of contents. The next page talks about the Wizard and why the Wizard is important to you, what it's like to play video games. Fred Savage bio. The next page, the Wizard ordering stuff. I remember seeing this and I was like, I'm not gonna order the shirt, I ain't wearing the hat. That little Nintendo carrying case, but of course, yeah, going back in time, I would have ordered one of each, just kept it stashed away, I don't know. Tells you a little bit about the World Championships, 1990. You can pause that screen if you want to read more about it. And then into the Nintendo Power portion of the guide here, the Pocket Power. Ducktales right up front here. One of my favorites. Super easy but super fun game. And then onto RoboCop, as well as Dragon Warrior. And you're going to see a lot of variety in this, because this guide is almost like the, hey, you're new to Nintendo? We'll show you what we're all about. NES Play Action Football, along with the NES Satellite, you're the 4-player adapter, as well as a few 4-player games that you can get with the NES Satellite. Game shows as well. Wheel of Fortune Jr., Jeopardy Jr. as well. Again, this is kind of geared towards kids, so they put the junior part of it in there. And we got Chess Master. The Chess Master, for some reason they needed 2 pages for it. I don't know, but whatever. It's chess. Come on now. Oh, the Game Boy. Man, one of my favorite game systems of all time. Talks about the accessories, some of the games for it. Of course, Tetris, huge. Love it. Here's the part where you want to order your own Nintendo Power magazines. Shout out to that guy. I wonder what he's up to anymore. Great teeth, nice smile, awesome hair, cleft chin. Jealous of that guy's looks. Hey, look at this. Yeah, at this time I already had a subscription to Nintendo Power, so I didn't need to use these, of course. But, again, not only were they selling you on the Power Glove and all that, but selling on Nintendo Power too. Clash of Demon Head. Oh man, one of my favorites. I've never beaten this game. I really should sit down one time. It's a Metroidvania, before Metroidvania was a thing. More sports games, Goal and Hoops. Couple of sports games for you. Games I have several copies of, and I don't think I've really played either of them for more than a couple seconds. Hoops, I did a little bit. Oh, Shadowgate is one of my favorite games of all time. Love me some Shadowgate. Love that. And Stealth ATF, decent flight sim type game. First person flyer, I guess. Guys, Fester's Quest, I was a huge fan of Fester's Quest. I love Sunsoft, anything Sunsoft. And Marble Madness, arcade classic, of course. Got Mario 3 in here. Now, of course, The Wizard was the first time we saw Mario 3. And tells you a little bit more about that and what it's all about. Great art there. Love that. On to Iron Sword, sequel to Wizards and Warriors. Pretty fun game. And then we also have the classified information. That's like the tips and tricks from the pros of Nintendo Power. You could submit your own too. More games. Abadox. Awesome game. Snake's Revenge. Not so much. It's supposed to be the sequel to Secret of Metal Gear, but Didn't quite make it. Ivan Ironman Stewart's Super Off-Road, another great 4-player game, as well as Double Dragon 2 The Revenge. A lot of people say that Double Dragon 2 is the greatest Double Dragon of all of them. And what do you think's on the last page of the Pocket Power, the one thing that the Wizard's all about that we haven't seen yet in this? The Power Glove. Everything else is child's play. Ironic, because Lucas plays the Power Glove in the movie, and Lucas is also a convicted sex offender. That's a true story. And that's gross. And then the back is just an ad for Pepsi, chilling with some, what, college guys? Something like that? Let's look at each individual person while we're at it, I suppose. We got the guitar guy. We got a baseball guy. Random person in the back there. Got dude drinking a Pepsi. Got someone playing the keyboard weird on the floor. Invisible drums guy. Alright. And that'll do it. See, Nintendo knew exactly what they were doing. They're targeting guys like me, who had parents that would buy him stuff for Christmas and birthdays. Now, by the time this movie came out, I already had a subscription to Nintendo Power, so they already had me as a customer for life. But man, I wish more movies would do stuff like this. I can only imagine like the new Super Mario movie that's coming out, your movie ticket will actually be an amiibo somehow. Watch it happen, it's gonna happen. And if it doesn't, somebody will make it happen. Anyway, thanks for checking this out, and hope I get to see you again real soon. I always got cool stuff in my collection that, man, I forgot I even had. This was one of them.